Good morning. It's Tim. It's 8:36. Quick promo for tomorrow night's Trading the Globe on at 7:30 on CNBC. We're going to go around the world. We're going to show you all the top stories in emerging. We're going to do some in-depth coverage of South Africa. We're going to talk about some of the keys in the M&A boom down in Brazil, foreign exchange. It's going to be a great show. But last night, the Japanese GDP story, I think the story that has the most thematic implications. Second quarter GDP comes in at 0.1% versus 0.6 expected, so much weaker, annualized at 0.4 versus 2.3. Bottom line, 5-quarter lows seen back in third quarter of 2009. The market initially did not like that news and sold off, but ultimately rallied in the afternoon session to only finish down 61 bips. I think that the real key here is this G3 allocation. We're seeing G3 equities continue to underperform, and they're underperforming emerging equities. We all know that the emerging market debt story has been one that's gotten a lot more attention. You've probably seen the headlines both over the weekend and recently that PIMCO's Bill Gross has increased their allocation to emerging market debt, and again, taking advantage of stronger currencies and better yielding environment. But the question is, are emerging equities going to see this decoupling? And that's always been the big debate for us. Can we outperform in a world where the G3 is not? So last night, the rest of Asia traded pretty well. China up 2.1%. India, the only real outlier, down 64 bips. Taiwan also stronger. As we look to Central Europe today, Russia's off about 74 bips, increases a very difficult 7 or 8 session run for Russia. Turkey flat, Central Europe actually up a hair, and you're seeing the currencies all gather a fair amount of support over the last, say, 36 hours of trading. The dollar index Dixie down about 40 pips this morning, and after peaking kind of late Friday evening, looks like we may see a little bit of a rebound here. I still think that the dollar was oversold. None of this move was particularly surprising, but a little dollar weakness today putting a pretty good bid into some of the core commodities. Oil's up about 60 bips and safely staying above the $75 level per barrel, which people think is very key. On the headline, a lot of people looking at the big power stat that's China GDP has now finally surpassed Japan. So again, last night's Japan reading gives you a sense that the formal changing of the guard in Asia and soon to be global is very much underway. It's the second largest economy, and it's a 3-decade rise from basically being off the charts with communism and an agrarian society into what is now a big manufacturing and industrial power. We'll talk more about that soon. Take care.